This is an herbal pillow. I got it in a Chinese store in a Chinese area of Los Angeles, and it has a zipper, and inside there's this bag of herbs, and I don't know if you can see, but there are herbs in there. The bag can be emptied and a new one put in if it no longer has aroma. You would store such a thing in a plastic container so that it doesn't disperse into the air for no reason. And then when you sleep on it at night, you're breathing the qi of the herbs for the whole night. So these formulas, they can be calming and to treat insomnia. They can be used to treat the head and eyes and sense organs like headaches and stuff like that. They can be used for, a number of different things. So that's a commercial herbal pillow that you can sometimes find. Next, let's look at these. These are sachets, I guess is the word that we would use in English. Little small bags of herbs, and you would pin it onto your clothes or hang it on the mirror of your car or things like that. And all these formulas, whether for a pillow or a sachet, are, they're different formulas for different things. Pillows, they might be more for sleep, whereas sachets, many of them, like this one, this yellow one, it's some kind of prevent external contraction formula. So you could periodically sniff it or wear it kind of high up on your body near your nose where you're kind of always breathing it, or hang it near your desk. And again, when not in use, they can be stored in plastic so that they last a little longer. They can be opened up, emptied, and refilled. Here's a couple others. The ones from, China and Japan are all usually very pretty looking. And I actually don't know what herbs are inside these two. I've had them for a while. So we can make this kind of stuff. And, it's not going to be a main cure for most things. It's going to work slowly, and sometimes, like if it's to prevent external contraction, you won't even know if it works at all. But if you don't get sick, well, maybe you wouldn't have gotten sick anyway. Or was it the xiāng, the fragrant bag that prevented it? We don't know. But anyway, so here is one that I made. You can buy, for example, on Amazon or wherever, these little bags. Some of them have designs and so forth. They're kind of pretty. And what I would do is, let's get this open. This is like a little paper tea bag. You know how you can buy tea bags to put your own tea in, and that will prevent some of the powder from, seeping out. You can see this one, hopefully you can see this one, the herbs are broken into relatively small pieces, but it's not actually a powder. But sometimes you put a coarse powder inside. So usually there's an inner layer and then there's an outer container that hopefully will be pretty, or at least okay to look at, because why not have pretty things? If you have a sewing machine and sewing skills, you could, make your nice little pillowcase. Or this pillowcase is actually a bag I got from a lady at the farmer's market that's made for, buying vegetables rather than using plastic, a reusable bag, but it makes a fine pillowcase, And so this is an herbal pillow that I made, not in a very skilled way, but it was, I don't have a sewing machine right now, and I'm not good at hand sewing. So I use the pillowcase that comes from that's, like a vegetable bag. And so basically what you do is you'd take this herbal pillow and you'd slip it inside the pillowcase of your regular pillow, and you'd lie on it during the night to breathe the herbal qi. So what I did, I took some 100% cotton batting, which is used in quilting and stuff like that. And I kind of folded and made an envelope with tape. And then I put herbs inside and spread them out and flattened them out, and then I taped it shut. So this is not a very elegant way, but you'd sleep with the tape side down and the herbal side up. The side without the tape up, and then the tape won't kind of have a bad texture against your face. So again, you would keep this in plastic. Maybe during the day when you weren't using it, you'd put it in plastic to prevent all the herbal qi from leaving, and then at night when you go to bed, you'd put it in your pillowcase, and that will help. Depending on the recipe, it will help different things. So another way you could do for the pillow is you don't really have to have like a huge pillow under your whole head. I mean, it depends what you're trying to do, but if you just take, this is, you can buy these cotton cloth bags at, on Amazon, or maybe in fabric stores. And you could, just fill it with herbs and, kind of close it up and then put it in your pillowcase, but just near your nose, so you're not even really lying on it, but that you're kind of breathing it. So, for example, I been sometimes having some dry eyes and stuff like that. So this is some kind of chrysanthemum that I got at Wing Hop Fung. And I got it some years ago, and I just don't really drink it as a tea. It's not your standard type of juhua, but we could just basically, pour this in the bag. However much you want. You could even, when you pull the drawstrings, then it makes one end bunched up, but I could just take a needle and thread and just loosely, seal it so that I could pull the thread out later if I wanted to reuse it, and then I can just put this in my pillowcase and be breathing this all night, and maybe that will help my eyes that have been a little bit dry lately. So, this isn't a high-tech method, but it's been used since ancient times, and it's good for quite a few different things. So finally, the way to make the smaller sachets is you need one of these cloth bags. And here I have a little bit of formula left over: jingje, zisuye, bohe, aye, xiāng. And it's a formula from somewhere to prevent flu. And I made this, I can't read that, in January of 2020. So, this may not specifically be anti-COVID, but, it could be useful if you have to be around people in flu season. So I made a bunch, and I made a bunch of these, xiāngbao or sachet-like things, and gave them out to people, but I still have a teeny bit left. And, I have some of those paper tea bags, but I can't find them. I don't know where they are. Well, I looked in one more place and it wasn't there. So I'm going to have to, do it another way. I even thought I had some small ones of these cloth tea bags, but I seem to have used them all up and need to order more. So basically what I could do is even, you know, I could take half of this. I could use all of it. I put a bunch in the inner tea bag. You don't have to fill it up solid. You can. You know, you just have to decide. So now it's down at the bottom of this tea bag. It's all down here. And I can't even find, like I said, a smaller one of those. So I'm using this bigger one. It's these things, you need really fragrant herbs, and I really smell it now. So I can just put this inside of that, and the extra layer just prevents dust from falling out. And there, I've got something to keep near my desk, or you know, keep in the car or something like that. I don't know if you can see, but this powder is coarsely ground. It's pretty powdery. You still could use like just broken up bits of herbs, but more surface area, more aroma, but it might last for a shorter period of time. Yeah, massaging these tends to release some fragrance. So that's xiāng bao.